talk about why your AI first strategy is failing and how to fix it. Across industries, there is a growing pattern. Organizations are rushing to declare themselves as AI first. They are investing in tools, launching pilots, announcing bold transformation agendas. And yet, many are quietly struggling. Adoption stalls, employees resist, productivity gains fall short of expectations very quickly. The issue isn't the technology, it is a technology first approach in many ways. And so, what is the core mistake? The core mistake is putting technology before people. AI is not like previous enterprise technologies. It doesn't just optimize workflows, it fundamentally reshapes how work is done or work gets done. Tasks that once took days now take minutes. Roles are evolving in real time. Decision making is shifting from human only to human plus machine type of configurations. But while AI is accelerating rapidly, most workforces are not, and that is the truth. And many people think that rolling out a tool would automatically find traction with your employees, and people will very quickly embrace those technologies. And that's never been true in the history of enterprise technology. And so this creates a dangerous gap. Leaders push for AI adoption. Employees feel unprepared or uncertain. The organization experiences friction, not transformation. Put simply, AI strategy without people readiness will fail. So, as an independent voice, I help the C-suite with their education, enablement, empowerment, and execution of AIs. And clients come to me when they want clarity on approaching AI, how to structure innovation, and how to structure innovative projects and programs. And when they look for methods and execution expertise. And so I make sense of the clutter, the noise, and the plethora of shiny tools that blind perspective. So feel free to book a free consultation to explore how to innovate with AI in 2026. So what's the better approach? A better approach is to start with the workforce. Instead of asking, where can we deploy AI? Leading organizations should be asking, how ready are our people to work with AI? A people first approach, it's quite different from a technology first approach in that it flips the model. The first step in a people first approach would be to understand the work before introducing the technology into it. So assess how employees perceive and engage with AI would be the next step. So you need to know how and where your people are with respect to AI, especially with the rhetoric and the news around job replacements and layoffs and so on. So in that context, and also cost of living crisis with the prices going up for petrol and diesel and things like that, it's very important for organizations and leaders to really message some of these technology rollouts appropriated to people in order that they embrace the change. And so we need to assess how employees perceive and engage with AI. And then we need to design a strategy based on human readiness and not the technology ambition. And so this isn't slower, but it is smarter. And so the step one would be to break roles down into the task level, their task levels. AI doesn't fully replace jobs, it replaces tasks. Some jobs have majority of their tasks which are replaceable with AI, and that is why those jobs are replaced. And so we need to know how much of the job content in terms of tasks can be effectively automated by AI. And the most effective organizations start by analyzing roles at a granular level. So the questions they ask would be, what tasks can be automated? Where does AI enhance human capability? And where is the human judgment irreplaceable? This creates three clear strategies. What can be automated? In other words, what AI can fully take over? What tasks can be AI assisted? In other words, how can the human and AI collaborate to be able to deliver a particular task or execute on a particular task? And the third category would be human-led, which requires empathy and judgment and trust. And so this level of clarity changes the conversation from fear, will AI replace me, to focus, more focus on how will my work evolve with AI. So there is a sense of security within the fact that you're bringing in tools to help me do my work better. Step two would then be to map your workforce readiness, not just skills. Technical capability is only part of the equation. So equally important is how people feel about AI. In most organizations, you will find a spectrum. Advocates who push for adoption, digitally fluent employees who adapt quickly, um, those employees who are willing but uncertain about their contribution and they are not sure how to contribute. And there are observers who will wait for proof, and skeptics and resistors who would want to thwart every attempt at rolling out AI. So treating this as a single group is a mistake. Workforce dominated by skeptics require a completely different strategy than one filled with early adopters. And so step 3 then would be to align your strategy to the human reality. And this is where many AI programs break down. Leaders often choose an aggressive rollout strategy regardless of workforce readiness. But the truth is very simple. The wrong strategy, even with the right technology, will fail. A more effective model aligns action to readiness. Low trust would mean focus on building confidence and small wins. Mixed readiness would mean prioritize pilots and visible success stories. High readiness would mean that you can scale with structured support. In advanced maturity, you can co-create and innovate with your workforce. And so if you look at the market today, you'll have clients and companies at all across that spectrum. Many organizations are operating in the low trust realm, where the focus needs to be on building confidence of your team and your workforce and also presenting them with small wins. Mixed readiness would mean you need to prioritize your pilots and visible success stories to be able to take the rest of your organization with you. And if you are on the high readiness and advanced category, you can definitely scale very quickly. And you can also lead with innovation, which is why you find typically companies with a lot of digital and AI natives are able to innovate very quickly and drive the needle forward. And so AI adoption is not a one-size-fits-all scenario. It is situational. And step 4 would be to build capability at the role level and not a generic training. And it's not about here is a new tool, here is how you're going to use it, but very specific at the role level to look at how those specific tasks are going to be enabled with this new piece of technology. So one of the greatest wastes in AI transformation today is generic training. An intro into AI course does not change behavior. Why? Because people don't learn AI in theory. They learn in the context of their job. So without the context of what they currently do, any new training would be meaningless. And therefore, there is a responsibility for leaders to actually find those, fine-tune those interventions specifically at the job level, especially for those roles where you see the maximum benefit. And so high impact organization will invest in role specific AI use cases. They will look at task level augmentation training, real workflows and not abstract concepts. And this is how capability turns into productivity. And so the strategic shift that leaders must make is that if there is one mindset shift to take away from all of this, it is this, that AI is not a technology transformation alone. It is a workforce transformation enabled by technology. And so organizations that treat it purely as a tech rollout will continue to struggle. And so companies that invest in understanding work, measuring readiness, aligning strategy to people, and building role-based capability will move faster with less resistance and greater impact. And so let me leave a final thought with you. The organizations winning with AI are in the ones moving first. And so it's not an AI first strategy that wins always. They are the ones that move with their people, because in the end, AI doesn't replace your workforce, it amplifies it. And so the real competitive advantage is in the tools you deploy. It is how ready your people are to use them. So thank you for joining me on the Complete AI Guide podcast on this special episode. You can like, follow, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss our next episode. So until the next time, thank you. In the meanwhile, please enjoy the additional resources that I provide through my website at www.georgeabimatthew.com, where you can join my newsletter and sign up to access long-form essays, in-depth analysis, and commentary, and some exclusive resources that's only available for subscribers. You can also read some of the board papers I write from time to time. You can also register for one of my upcoming AI implementation masterclasses where I share openly the frameworks that I used in actual execution. And if you like, you can read my book, The Complete AI Guide for Small and Medium Businesses. And of course, you can listen to the podcasts that come from time to time. And if you're threatened by AI rollouts or disillusioned, please ask for my coaching service. I do that one-on-one on a case-to-case basis. So with that, thank you again. Look forward to seeing you in another episode. Bye for now.